Cover the Buns, Week 10, Texas High School football shows. Special guest tonight, as always, every week, Gary Ivins, a.k.a. Big Nasty. What's going on?
What's going on, my brothers? I was live from the Gulf of Mexico for a while, but we back and ready to roll, ready for LP football tomorrow night.
Yeah, you've been living that high life, baby.
Out selling the 7 C's, got them puka shells on. Basically, Jack Sparrow over there.
I feel like I'm a little darker complected than I was when I left. It was a little sunny out there.
Bet it
You
was.
look darker, you burn. You look like you burned a little bit.
Well, Mama put a little suntan lotion on me. It was all good.
We don't need to know all that, but
Well,
did anything good with our Panthers go on while I was out on the boat? That's all I need to know.
well, you got to see a Lucky Panther win. You know that was something that we were proud of and glad to get taken care of Friday night. Did you get a chance to listen to the coaching show yet?
Yes, I listened. You did a really good job after you got over that little first quarter jitter there. You're pretty good after that.
I did not know that you call your own break.
You just go with the flow, man.
yeah.
I thought that they were going to tell me when to go on break.
You didn't even have an earpiece in. We think they're going to give you smoke signal or something? Here, we're going to go to the pen. Go to the pen.
I was expecting to get like a time.
Oh, okay. I see.
I looked at Coach
that.
Abs. I looked at Coach when I called for break. Coach Abs took his headset out. He goes, because I was wondering if you were going to say something. I was like, I didn't know. He goes, I needed to drink of water and listen. We were just rolling.
Well, he was excited, and he should be. We were a fertilizer holding call away from Kenny Waters being the all-time game rushing record holder and touchdown rushing holder in a game that 78-yarder didn't get called back. That's probably the stats even say that was our best offensive game of the season. So really all the way around a good night. Take away those couple of fumbles, that could have been a 50-7 ball game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What were the offensive numbers from Friday?
Waters had 247, 26 on the ground, so 270 total yards, and by my account, we had 540 total yards on the night. That's just my the-eye live stat scoring.
Wow.
Might have been a little different with those guys not calling it and writing stats down, but the defense played very well once again. I think the final score was 31-16 or something, and we gave up another two yards short of field, so to speak. And man, they're just really playing some great football on that defensive side. And you looked up and you didn't even have Davis out there last Friday night, and they're still getting over it. Sam, the man, got 2 interceptions. I believe Hall had a fumble recovery. It was a good night all the way around to be on the pack.
Man, I want to say something. I just want to point one thing out. Our offense kind of had a flow to them last Friday. We looked like we were, comfortable. We knew what we were doing, and it looks like we just executed, all throughout the night. I think that was like our most balanced game we've pretty much had this season as far as the whole offense. From starting the first half to finishing in the second half. I think we did a lot of things right Friday night. I know we had a few hiccups in that first quarter, but I just feel like we finally got on the track that we looked like we were doing things the right way.
Yeah, you had the 66-yard touchdown, 40 yards in the fumble. So I mean, really, we're about to score there. Another 66 yards. We missed a field goal on the snap. Go 60 yards and throw the pick, and then a 61-yard field goal. That was all just in the first half. So we didn't punt. And without the turnovers, I mean, there's a pretty good chance, we're looking there and we're up 24-0 or 7 or whatever at halftime. And we came out, and I believe we had to punt or turn it over on the first down of the second half. But after that, it was touchdown, 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 touchdowns, cue up the band the rest of the second half after that.
Yeah,
We did.
Kenny just toted the rock all over the place.
247.
What's the all-time record in the game?
It was 320, I think. 323.
Yeah.
Kedron had it. Or has it. if that 80, it would have been an 82 yard. I think it would have broke it. I think it's 323, I think. If they didn't call that 82-yard run back and that touchdown, he would have broke the record. But as we all know, they did. But still, what a great night. And, that put him up there in the upper echelon for the district lead. He's well over 1,000 yards for the second straight year. And really had a great night. And Javion had some great passes as well. I know we had a couple interceptions and or a couple of turnovers we got to get ironed out. But you're right. They were just going – we were all going in the same direction as a team for the most entire ball game. And I thought – I don't know if you want to say it was a competition. I don't know yet, but without question, I think it's the best total game we played.
Absolutely.
Does anybody know if the Beaumont United and Beaumont's throwing game is being streamed?
Are they playing tonight?
Yeah.
Beaumont United and Sterling? Oh, well, that's not the big one for us.
No.
And the congratulation goes out. With that win, we are in the playoffs, regardless even if we stub our toe tomorrow and don't show up, which all we got to do is show up, I think we'll win. We're still in the playoffs, but if we win and get a little help from Westbrook, we could get the 2 seed. And, having that home playoff game the day after shoulder surgery, I sure would like to be at home instead of riding with you clowns to Houston.
Yeah, we have to go to Houston. We're going to have to rent a van and put the governor on it, and we'll take it easy, get you down there. That'll be a Saturday game more than likely, so I'm sure we can get K-Man out the house. He got the soccer, right?
Oh, yeah. No, we got soccer this week, nothing next week.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to put him on the wagon. Does he have a driver's license yet?
Does Coach say anything about this first week game?
No, he's taking it 1 week at a time. We got to get through Galveston ball first before we talk about the playoffs, I guess. So we respect it. We understand it. And, I think the kids are finally getting their mojo. And I went watch a little practice this week, and it looks like we're having fun, and we're the coaches are able to kind of enjoy what we have going. It's not like we're just stressed out to the max trying to make things right. It's like we're doing a lot of things right, and I talk about something that's big. A lot of these younger guys on the offense and the defensive side of the ball have got a lot of playing time and a lot of experience. What that's done is keeping Kenny Waters and Coleman fresh. Going into this playoff run, because that's going to be huge. We're going to need those 2 guys.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's no question. But, those kids are 18. They want to get every carry they can get. They ain't worried about the next one. They're worried about the current one.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Well, I went through while I was on the boat this week the scenarios, and it's pretty plain and simple. I can tell you what we do know. Port Arthur's winning first in the district. Outside of that, we don't know. We know we're in. Barbers Hill knows they're in, I think. No, they don't know they're in.
I thought Barbers Hill was in.
If they lose, that would mean Westbrook won. And if Baytown won, that's a 3-way tie. And I think Barbers Hill, depending on what the tiebreaker situation goes down to, Barbers Hill, I don't know if they're quite in yet.
Well,
see, if we lose, we're 3-3, but we would be tied with anybody. We would have beaten everybody. That's why we're in. I don't think Barbers Hill is locked and loaded. But anyway, if Westbrook wins, we're the 2 seed. If Barbers Hill wins, we're the 3 seed. That we do know. 11-5A. We know LaPorte's the district champion. Angleton plays Crosby this week. The winner will be the 2 seed. The loser will be the 3 seed. And in District 12, I think it's pretty much settled. Austin Henderson will win. Consolidated is 1 or 2. College Station's 3, and Weiss is going to be 4. And when you break that down, Port Arthur wins the district. In round 2, they're going to play, again, I'm assuming District 10 5A doesn't win a game as it did in last year. Port Arthur will play either in the second round, A&M Consolidated, who will play Angleton or Crosby loser. So that'll be a good second-round matchup. We don't know who's going to get 4th in our district yet, so we don't know who's going to play down there against College Station or the Angleton-Crosby winner. And that brings me to us. If Barbers Hill wins their game, we're going to be the 3 seed and more than likely play the 5th-rated LaPorte team. And if Barbers Hill was to lose, we would get the runner-up, and we would probably end up playing number 13, Austin Anderson, in the second round is the scenarios for us.
I got this Austin Anderson game on right now, watching them play a good Pflugerville Whites team, and boy, they got the feed to them, but they don't have much playoff experience.
They don't have any. They haven't been very good.
Don't disrespect to our guy Sean Clinch out there. We love you to death, buddy. We thank you for everything you did in your time here in Lufkin, but if you have to line up against you guys in 2 weeks on Saturday, I'm gonna be hoping my Panthers put it to you.
Yeah, well, we're get to draw up that game with Anderson. Surely we can get a guest appearance on the show from our man over in Austin to give us a little update and a little look into these Austin Anderson club. I don't even know their mascot.
They are couldn't tell you. What are they? I think Tigers? Let's see. Oh, they're the Trojans.
The Trojans.
I think, yeah, they're the Trojans. I'm pretty sure they're the Trojans. Gary, ask you guys this question every week. What stood out the most to you? We're heading into week 10. We wrapped up week 9 pretty successful. What stood out the most to you and what you've seen change in these kids, going into this week 10 ball game?
Well, I didn't get a chance to break it down, but the offensive line, and I did visit with Coach Cook Saturday as I was driving down, it had to be the best they played all year. I mean, we didn't punt. I mean, say what you want. We didn't punt. You got 540 yards. So obviously that's number one. And with that being said, again, we had 3 turnovers, I think, and that's 2 games in a row we've had 3 turnovers. We can't do that in the playoffs. But you keep saying if this and if that. If you take away those turnovers, this is a complete blowout, man. And the offense could have put up 700 yards if we don't have it. If we're going to win a playoff game against one of these state-ranked teams, we cannot turn the football over. That's just a bottom line. And we've got 6 of them in the last 2 ball games.
Yeah, that unit up front for us was really good on Friday. I mean, that's what helped keep us balanced. Javion had a pocket when he needed, and he created the holes that allowed Kenny to run for 240-plus yards. Really, probably closer to 300. That holding call was a little ticky-tack, but
I went back and watched that play a couple times, and I could not seem to find a hole.
I don't. They called him on that receiver on the
what they called was behind the play, and they've been saying a lot of time. Apparently, they've been saying if it doesn't affect the play, they're not going to call it. Well, they called it on us.
Yeah.
Well, all I can say is there's been a few games where the luck of the yellow flag didn't go our way. Maybe we're saving them all up for round 2 of the playoffs, and they're all going to come in bunches, and we're going to be able to bust up somebody.
Little update. Bowling United leads Sterling in the first quarter 3-0.
I don't think we care, do we? I mean, as far as we go, right?
No, it doesn't. I don't think it jeopardizes anything for our future. We've already beat both those teams, so I think that if I'm Barbers Hill, I'm taking a look at this game, and I think if I'm Westbrook, I'm worried about beating Barbers Hill and getting a chance to make a playoff.
Well, yeah, if Baytown wins the game, then I do believe Barbers Hill and Westbrook, they've got to win. If United wins, then that puts Westbrook in a huge bind, maybe even out of the playoffs. So, anyway, it doesn't matter to us, I don't think.
I know looking into this week's game, I know we've all said we don't know much about what we have, coming this way Friday because, a lot of those kids have either graduated or left the program, that Galveston ball team. And, we still look back last year. It might have been one of the biggest blessings for us was, not having to face Jonah Williams. And, they're definitely not the same team they were last year. If you look at them on paper, I don't think they've won a district ball game so far. I think they've won 2 games so far this season. And I don't think the Pack should have much trouble with them. I think the biggest thing for us is to get after them early, get our guys off the field and get them rested and let some of these guys, that haven't had much playing time this year have some fun and get out there and get some experience because we're going to need everybody around to, in this playoff run. We want to make one.
Well, yeah. The biggest thing tomorrow night is where are we celebrating the playoff birthday? I mean, that's write this down, baby. It's over.
Yeah.
Back poets.
Yeah, I think you're right. They're going to come up here, not only the long drive, but they're not going to want to be here. They got nothing to play for. It's senior night. The Panthers, unless we get a little help, and you'll be able to tell throughout the game tomorrow night, it's going to be their last home game for the seniors. Again, hopefully we can get a little help on the road, and Barbers Hill can lose to Westbrook, but we can't bank on that. For the most part, it's going to be our last home game, and, man, that's a big deal for seniors, and we've all been there through it, and it's an emotional deal, and I think they'll all come out and try to lay that lay that hammer down early tomorrow and let's get all the seniors in there and let them have some memories from this last game.
So I'm being told live now. Sterling win plus Barber Hill loss means we are the 2 seed.
Say that again.
We need Sterling to win, apparently, and Barbers Hill to lose for us to be the 2 seed.
Why does the Sterling game matter?
I have no clue.
If Westbrook wins, we're the 2 seed. I don't think anything else matters. We'll be the only team 4-2.
Yeah, I didn't think the Sterling game played a factor for us, but
It plays a factor for them, I think, but I don't see how it could for us. We're assuming we win. We're 4-2. I mean, I don't.
Your boy in Jersey wants to be letting the show to give you some picks for this weekend. Your boys in Jersey your boys in the show, me in Jersey, want to come on the show and give us some picks for this weekend.
Well, nope. Lord knows we can always use them.
It's just going to be Rutgers.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that. But Trey, you know anything about this Galveston ball team we're going to see tomorrow night?
I know they graduated a lot. What? The quarterback was a senior. Jonah was a senior.
No, the quarterback was a junior.
Quarterback was a junior.
He's playing in the Clear Falls. He's playing at Clear Falls or one of the Clear schools. The big receivers at one of the Clear Falls schools. They still have the big left tackle that has a few Division I commits, and that's going to be a big game for Bogdan. What's up?
The track star wide receiver.
I'm pretty sure they all left.
Yeah. Okay.
I know that they have that Division I left tackle still, and that's going to be a big game for Bogdan. If he can line up over him and give him some work, that'd be some good film to put out there to those scouts. He's a senior this year, and if you look at him, the guy has a motor and he has the size and frame to do a lot. So I know that his recruitment's picking up. I know Hood's recruitment's will be picking up pretty good. So, this is a chance for, them to go up against a, pretty good offensive lineman and make some noise.
Yep.
I think this is – we're going to name our number, boys. We're going to name our number.
I want a 50 bird.
If Coach Absek wants 50, then we're going to hang 50. It's whatever he wants to do tomorrow.
I want a 50 burger.
It's what you used to call in Crockett when you were loading up to go play Teague, a get-right game.
Pflugerville White strikes first.
Well, we'll worry about that in 2 weeks. That Crosby game is going to be – Crosby's been playing some good football, so that'll be one to keep an eye on tomorrow night. And really, outside of ours and that one and Barbers Hill in the area, in our region anyway, I didn't really go down into the lower classifications. That's really the only games that matter for our playoff seeding tomorrow night and tonight.
So is Nacogdoches in?
I haven't. I got to be honest with you, man. I've been on this. My head's still spinning from all that dang water.
Did you get seasick at all?
The boat's too big.
I drugged up. I was good. Mama not only put suntan lotion, she kept me drugged.
Gave you some Dramamine.
Yeah. What is that? Class 4A Division I? No, 5A Division II.
That's 5A Division II. Broken's in the playoffs with that big win against Hearn, so they'll be getting a playoff berth this year. I know the people in Trinity County are fired up and ready to see what's going to happen for them. That's pretty big for those guys over there. I think they haven't been in playoffs in a long time, and you get a good coach like Coach Green and Gunnar Quick and the rest of those guys over there, and they're building something special over there.
Everything is special. Mount Pleasant beat them last week, speaking of the Dragons. Pretty handedly as well.
I know a couple of good football players that played a long time ago at Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, I don't know about those
Were any of them related to you?
A couple.
I ain't told you this yet, Pods. Trey will not be joining us for that first round playoff game.
You getting married again or what?
Now his little cousin's getting a start at Central Heights on the court.
Central Heights on the court. Basketball? What are we talking about?
Friday the 14th.
We won't be playing on Friday, buds.
That's what I said. Then I'll be at the game.
Oh,
I thought you were talking about they were playing on Saturday.
No, I said the 14th. But we have. If it was on Friday, I'd be going to see my little cousin play. It's his first varsity start, and it's 35 minutes away.
I got a lot of little cousins and a lot of little, family, I guess you would say. But I'm about to catch them after football season. They created this thing called NFHS and texting live and Mama going live on Facebook and Mama giving updates after the game. So I would have to just hear about it. I know that you're a big family-oriented guy, and that's a great thing. And you go support your little cousin. That's the right thing to do. But if the Pack was rolling on Friday, I'm rolling with the Pack, baby. I know Joe Hancock is probably tired of all these games, but
they're gonna be tacos on Friday.
They're gonna have tacos out there on Friday at the office.
Tomorrow,
go out and get your taco. But I know what I'll be doing tomorrow. I'm gonna get my game day special bacon avocado cheeseburger from Whataburger, and we get out of there enough time. I will have me a little shrimp and grits and a cup of chicken and sausage gumbo with a scoop potato salad in there from Tia Juanita's, and probably have to fill that right GMC pickup up tomorrow because it's probably getting low.
I meant to ask and give our boy Chris Johnson a shout out. I was obviously not here Tuesday, and I've heard everybody speaking. It was a great time out at Whataburger Tuesday at all the locations. The Panthers and all coaches were out there, so it was good to see and then good to read all that stuff up.
Man, I got something to tell you. Chris don't want to admit it. He don't want to talk about it. He said it's not happening. But this new weight room that Chris is contributing to and, helping us fundraise for, Chris will be in there the first day we get it working out. And he keeps saying that he's not going to do it and all this, but I got a fact that once he sees it and he gets in there, he's going to want to go do some power cleans and some front squats. And, he keeps knocking it, saying it ain't happening. He don't want to touch it. But I got a feeling that Chris Johnson will be in there working out. And there's a chance once we get this weight room put in next football season, Chris Johnson might be walking around with cutoff sleeves on, showing them guns off.
we can take some notes. We might need to get in there.
When's it supposed to be ready? Let's see if I'm going to be off the IR by then.
Spring break. I think that's March 9th is when we're going to start, getting everything going. And I know that they got to do the floor first and get that floor repaired. And, we're trying to get those fans put in and then they'll put the weights in, man. And, if anybody's listening live and wants to contribute to it, you can reach out to our athletic director and head football coach, Coach Carl Absett. And you can reach out to the sideliners. There's a lot of sideliners that are active and moving around town. So give them a shout and, they can make something happen. We need all the help we can get. It's for all sports. And I think we're going to benefit from this in a huge way.
Well, I think we're all in the mode right now for that, but I think we're going to get into our full fundraising mode just yet. We got to win some football games. And we might be peaking at the right time, boys.
Yeah.
This
group, they might shock a few people. I know a lot of people turn their back on the Pack, but the Pack is ready to shut it down yet. I think these kids got a lot of football left in them to play.
Defense travels well.
That's what and running.
And running.
Gary, what do you think it takes to make a run? What do you think it takes? It takes a good defense. What else does it take?
I think it takes a quarterback, a dual threat quarterback. At the way the game has gone nowadays, I think you got to have a guy when what hits the fan, he can tuck it and pick up 8 yards on 3rd and 7. I just think you got to have that at this stage of the game, and Javion has that in the bag. The question is, can we get it out of him? He's done it a couple of games. He did it against Westbrook, or we don't win that game, And if he does that, the defense keeps it up, and we don't turn the football over. I mean, again, it's 10-0 against Port Arthur at halftime, and without that turnover, it's 3-0. So, I mean, is anybody just straight dominant like we were back in the 2000s here in Lufkin? I don't think so. I just don't make mistakes and have a quarterback that can get you a big play when you need it. I think that could happen.
Yep. Yeah, you're exactly right. And, I think that our defense has showed all season that they can hang with pretty much anybody. And I think our offense is finally starting to come around and, show that we can move the ball, we can throw the ball, we can put points up on people. And, that's just something that is showing at the right time.
You're right about that. We just got to show it. And hopefully everybody will come out tomorrow night and root on our boys here on senior night. Because I got to tell you, it was a little sparse down there at Baytown. But again, I wasn't our Beaumont, but I wasn't expecting that. I heard we had a few viewers that night, though. That was good.
And the sideliners will be firing up the tailgate, baby.
Mhm.
Oh, what are we cooking tomorrow?
We got chili dogs, nachos, and I believe Frito pies.
Oh.
We got some, and the time's changing. Anderson just fumbled White's ball. Time's changing, and it's going to be dark outside. But our man Doug Russell has made the phone call to Hertz Rentals, and we will have light plants.
Oh, shout out Doug.
We leave no stone unturned here with the sideliners, baby.
Nope.
Hey, when we need something done, you call Doug Russell, and he makes sure it happens. And we're gonna have some lights out there tomorrow. And I don't think it's gonna be one chill in the air. I think it's gonna be perfect weather, and we're gonna be ready to play some love to play the football tomorrow.
He is the original OG. Speaking of OG, we got some college. 1 month left of college ball. The first ratings came out last night. Did anything catch y'all off guard?
Yeah, a lot did.
What's that?
Let me pull the rankings up. College football.
I got them right here. I thought that I'm not trying to fluff them up or give them a jab. I thought A&M would come out number one. Metrics wise, they said they were going heavy into that. But it looks like they relied on
Ohio State has beat Penn State, Oregon, Indiana.
Ohio State
hadn't beaten Indiana.
I mean, not Indiana. They beat Penn State and Oregon. They beat Texas.
Okay.
They're the number one team in the country.
That's all irrelevant. They're going to play Indiana in the Big Ten championship game, and if it goes the way it's going, A&M play Alabama, and whoever wins those two games will be the 1 and 2 seeds. So outside of that, it's going to play itself out.
Yeah, it's going to have to, but it's just hard to take away from Ohio State. What they accomplished, this year and what they accomplished last year.
But you're not thinking about last year.
I know. I mean,
well, there's still the rule. In order to be the man, you got to beat the man, and ain't nobody beat him yet. I got no problem with any of that. I think Indiana's going to beat them, but again, I don't have any problem with that. The main question you have is 5 through 12. Did any of that? Again, a lot's going to change this weekend. The BYU Texas Tech game is huge.
Yeah.
What do you think those folks in Lubbock are going to be on Saturday?
I just cannot believe Texas Tech's a 10-point favorite in a ball game. I'm sure they're going to win, and I know Cody Campbell will be up there throwing haymakers on the sideline. I got all that, but I'm just 10 points.
Are they throwing tortillas Saturday?
No.
They
If they
can't.
do that, they're going to be – somebody might get thrown in jail. They're
10,000
going crazy out there on the plains.
And a 15-yard penalty.
Is it? Yeah, it's a fine at this university.
Yep.
There's
He'll pay
going to
that.
be somebody. You don't think we can convince you, 19, 20 years old, to go in that field with a tortilla in your pants and throw it?
Oh, if I
All
was
I
college,
need is a 30-pack.
there'd be tortillas on that field.
There
Yeah,
will be.
right.
That's all right.
1,000%.
Can we get an upset this weekend? BYU attack. Oregon goes to Iowa, A&M at Missouri, and LSU at Alabama.
Alabama is going to beat the brakes off LSU.
I agree with that.
Texas Tech, I think they win this ball game and love it.
Yeah, I do too. I think Iowa's a hot mess, and that leads me to A&M.
Yeah, I was going to get their doo-doo pushed in. Vanderbilt and Auburn. You have the interim coach, Juice. That'll be interesting to see.
And you also don't think Vanderbilt's that good of a team either.
I don't.
Boy, that late rally, they had got my Saturday rolling on. I wanted to jump off the boat.
Same.
I forgot about you.
I didn't.
That's what I don't have the FBS pulled up. Let's see here. Where's North Texas and all this? Are they ranked yet?
Well,
No.
that's the whole thing. You don't know. Somebody's going to get in. It looks like there's a big game tomorrow. What is it, Memphis and Tulane?
Yep, Memphis and Tulane. Memphis's coach just agreed to become Arkansas's new head coach.
That's already a done deal.
Yeah.
I thought that was false.
Nope. Done.
It's a done deal.
Yep.
Well, that's
What do you
probably
think
not
about
going to help Memphis any. The line's only 3.5 at home, so they're expecting a hands all on deck.
Yep.
That
Yeah,
would
Penn
concern
State,
me a
yeah,
little
Penn
bit.
State.
James Madison is another one. I think are they postseason eligible now? They're
Yes.
sitting there at 7-1, 5-0 in the Sun Belt. They go to Marshall. Not an easy place to play. Been to a game.
Does Syracuse beat Miami?
No. Well, I don't know.
Fran Brown, I think, is going to leave.
Can Wake Forest end Virginia's season?
Can Wake Forest in? I Haynes King had his best week last week, and they lose. You knew that was going to come, statistically speaking, anyway. But they're still in the driver's seat to make it to the ACC title game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think people are also overlooking this Navy Notre Dame game.
How?
I just
That
don't
could
think
change it.
they don't have a chance to beat them though.
Not at all.
26.5. Who beat Navy? North Texas? Yep. Yeah, I don't see it.
Your old Cowboys beat Army, didn't
Man, them boys are balling. Are they eligible?
they?
Clemson at Florida State.
That's going to be a brutal game.
That's just going to be a wet noodle fight. Clemson minus 1.5.
The slate's weak, a little weaker. I thought there was some good games on here, but once you knock out the top 2 or 3, it's really not all that.
A&M at Missouri.
Yep. That's a sneaky one. Because Missouri is like a 4th down stop away from beating Alabama.
And
I know there's a lot of stuff going on with the TV, but why? I thought CBS was the SEC affiliate.
Nope.
Not anymore?
They're the Big Ten. That was 2 years ago.
2
You were
years?
Yep. You're what Gary Daniels and what's his face? They're calling Big Ten games. So I'm sure they get to go up to Northwestern this week and watch them play whoever. I think it's USC.
So we get A&M on ABC.
Yep. And if you have
And
YouTube
game
TV,
days
you'll be
in
able to watch.
Lubbock.
You said what?
So you got ABC at 11 o'clock, game days in Lubbock for BYU and Tech, and then at 2:30, A&M's on ABC as well. And that'll be followed by LSU and Alabama on ABC, a triple header Saturday.
Yep. ESPN and ABC have the SEC now. But are they that Tech game goes off at that's an 11.
That's
on
an 11
ABC.
o'clock game, yeah.
A Big 12 game on ABC.
That's what caught me off guard. I was doing a little research this weekend.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for us to do our picks this week, man. There's not really anybody to pick.
There is. There's Florida minus 3.5 going to Kentucky.
I'm talking about our picks for the show.
It's a pretty easy one. It's not like they're playing Texas.
Well, I like to have an upset pick of the week, and I think Missouri could give the Aggies. I think the Missouri could give the Aggies. Missouri's not bad.
No, Missouri's going to give them a run.
They had a chance to beat Alabama at home. Now, if it was at A&M, I wouldn't give them any chance.
None. But this is at Mizzou.
I
Is it
give
at
them punch
night?
the fence.
No,
I might be on that plus 6.5. I don't know yet.
3:30 game?
It's a 2:30 game.
2:30? Yep.
Yeah, the late games are not any good either.
No. Oregon,
The free
Iowa.
take Oregon State giving 20 to Sam Houston. They can't play dead in the Western.
Kansas and Arizona. TCU and Iowa State. That'll probably be a good game. Iowa State going to TCU. They get 6.5.
Is your whole office shut down tomorrow for that game?
That'll be on Saturday.
I know they're going up early. You know, they love them TCU Horned Frogs.
They do. Washington, Wisconsin. That's just going to be ugly.
Yep. Very weak slate.
It's
and the
not
beloved
great.
Cowboys are even off this week.
It's not great. Virginia's only favored by a touchdown.
Who they got?
Wake Forest.
I'm telling you, Wake Forest has not been playing bad football.
They could get it done. Got a few good games next
I
week.
tell you that SMU was going to be Arkansas. I mean, Miami. I thought I was crazy.
We still think you're crazy. Number 10, Notre Dame at Pitt next week. Number 12, OU at Alabama. And the beloved
that's another school you got to watch.
Hey,
Championship game.
Longhorns at Georgia next week, baby.
That'll be a good one. That'll be a really good one because Georgia can't seem to put anybody away.
You think we can convince David to watch that game with us?
Yeah. He watched the Florida game with us.
Yeah, but he ain't been back since then, Pods.
Well, you know how that went.
What is have they put a time on that Georgia game? So Oklahoma and
6:30.
Alabama have a 2:30 game.
It's a 6:30 game.
Next weekend? They should have. It usually comes out a week in advance.
Florida and Ole Miss, we can go. Yep, Georgia's only a 2.5-point favorite at home.
How are we gonna go watch Florida and Ole Miss play?
Why? Well, I thought we were too, and I forgot I'm having surgery on Thursday. I don't know if I'll be in 7-hour riding condition.
We got the pack playing on Saturday.
Well, good. I thought it was going to be on Friday. Is that the done deal?
They can't get out. If they get out of school at 4, by the time
we may have to go down there, brother.
I understand it. By the time they get to the stadium, it'll be 6:30.
We know some people with planes. Maybe they'll lend us a ride.
Yes, we do.
Oh, that would be that's going to be that like okay. So the meltdown on Twitter, like it's by Ole Miss fans over the last month, it's been amazing. They keep saying Florida's not as good a job, which like that it's a better job. There's no argument.
Where would you rather be at? Would you rather be at?
Is it better for Lane? Maybe not, but like they were talking about how Florida's irrelevant. Ole Miss is a better program, and then 2 weeks later, now they're talking about how this is their most important game of the season. Not the fact that they have a playoff berth, but because they're playing Florida.
Where's that game at?
It's at Ole Miss.
It's at Oxford.
Oh, I can only imagine all the trolls Lane Kiffin has planned for next week.
Oh, my goodness. Well, he's been saying spot the ball, which is Billy Napier's thing, since August.
Did you see how he posted that? He posted something on Twitter yesterday. He had the who are they playing this week?
They're playing the Citadel.
Yeah, he had the play sheet under the picture he posted, like the defensive play call sheet for Citadel.
Yeah,
he had it under the picture he posted.
Yeah, you couldn't read anything, but
that's still Lane Kiffin though. Like nobody else is gonna look to do something like that.
It is mini Steve Spurrier.
You think he leaves Ole Miss? You think
it's
a done deal? He's leaving Ole Miss.
I honestly I don't think it's a done deal. I'm 51-49. He leaves, he stays.
And you're saying if he's offered the Florida and the LSU job, that he would go to Florida?
Yes. But LSU is such a mess right now. Like it is really easy to win at LSU, but the problem is if you don't win a national championship in 3 years, you're probably out. But it's easy.
If he goes to LSU, he can get any kid he wants from the state of Louisiana to the state of Florida to the state of Texas to the state of California.
No.
From being outside looking in, if you ask me, I'd rather be at LSU. But again, recruiting wise, I just think it'd be easier. But you know.
Yeah, recruiting wise, it is.
Where's he
SEC
from?
speaks for itself, Pods. What has Florida did in the last 10 years?
Well, maybe he wants to go change the culture.
He's a coach's kid. I don't know where he's originally from.
Who, Lane Kiffin?
Yeah,
He
Lane's
could
dad
go up
was
to Tampa Bay.
his dad was basically who started the Tampa 2 defense.
That's what I'm saying. He had to grow up in Tampa Bay. So maybe he wants to go to Florida.
He loved Boca.
Well, who
He is from
doesn't?
Lincoln Riley is from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Lincoln Riley?
Really?
I mean, Lane Kiffin is from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Well, he was born there.
Probably born there. His dad was the defensive coordinator when the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl in 2001. Was that it? 2000.
They beat Oakland, right?
Yeah. But his dad was also, I think, a coach on the Niners. So he's been all over.
He went to high school in Minnesota.
That's what I'm saying. He was all over the place. His dad was an NFL coach and then came with him, coached the defense when he got the job at Tennessee and USC. Huh?
He lived most of his life in Arkansas.
Yeah, well, they've already got their coach. So
I think I do remember that.
But
I don't think he would go to Arkansas. That'd be a step down, him going to Arkansas.
I think
They already got their.
Lincoln Riley is going to take the LSU job.
You don't think Nick Saban you don't think he's interested at all?
I definitely think Nick Saban's interested, but I think he's retired. If it was 4 years ago, he'd do it. But it's not.
Did you see that video on his birthday? He was sitting in the recliner watching the
Miss
Bills
Terry
and
brought
Chiefs
her name.
games. Miss Terry said, "Sit up."
Yeah, I don't see him. I don't know why. Why would you want to?
I think this is where I picture coaches breaking down. Lane's going to Florida. I don't know who goes to Ole Miss. They'll probably go get a coordinator from somewhere. Auburn, Lane or Summerall, Tulane.
You don't think Jeff Traylor's leaving UTSA?
He is, and that'd probably be a good spot for Ole Miss.
Or Auburn.
I thought he would have did good at Arkansas.
I did too, but I think Summerall
I
goes.
thought North Texas's coach would have did good at Arkansas.
That guy's going somewhere.
I think Ole Miss could go get Braum too, and also, but I think Brent Key is going to Penn State, Georgia Tech coach.
Well, Franklin's going to get a job.
Franklin's going to end up at Virginia Tech.
On the podcast saying that Ags beat Mizzou by 3 tutties.
Cool.
Well, I know somebody that'll take 19 points, and we can bet all we want.
Make it 2.
We tied for second.
Huh?
Rocco, you just worry about Friday night, baby. Get that megaphone ready to go and get the crowd fired up tomorrow. We'll take care of these rankings. Can we? This is a serious question. Back to Lufkin. Can we please fill the stands tomorrow?
I sure hope so, man.
I want to fill the stands, and I want people to start throwing their L's up at kickoff.
I want people to stand up at kickoff. Stand up at kickoff.
I guess.
I understand if you can't stand for that long, but
kickoff.
It's kickoff. Like I've never I was looking at some old pictures the other day of Lufkin games, and kickoff, the whole stands is up, the band is fired up, everybody's into it, and now it's just like this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to get momentum. Like
that's your job. I remember listening to you on the radio and you saying, "Well, I got to stop talking. The Panther band is so loud right now."
Well, I know, but you got to get some momentum built on the field and get people in. I mean, we haven't. It starts at home, and you got to we got to get some momentum going. And I think that we've got some of that going. I think if we win a second round playoff game, you're going to look up in round 3, and the pack will be packed, or wherever we're at will be loaded. But man, there's a lot going on. You got basketballs coming up. You got Thanksgiving. I mean, a lot of things going on. If you want to get everybody out there, man, you got to put up and show up.
Why did that matter 15 years ago?
Because they had NFL players out there. Silly.
True.
If you're watching the show live and you need a ticket to tomorrow's game, Big Nasty.
Call me. I'll get you
is
in.
giving out free tickets.
You
to
Lufkin guys
Fans.
went from 2000 to 2007 with Reggie McNeil, Javorsky Lane, and Dez Bryant. Y'all
Oh,
more
is it-
spoiled than the freaking quarterback culture in Green Bay.
Was it 2011 we were voted the number 1 high school football town in America?
I mean, it's kind of crazy. You know, you got NFL players come through your
I
high
know
school.
what 20. I know what in the 2020 pods.
I think it was 2011 because we had like 8 guys in the NFL for a town of 36,000 people at the time.
I'll tell you one thing. My mom's birthday's tomorrow.
Well, happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday. I gave her a phone
Happy
call.
birthday,
Hey, you
Mr.
wanna
Shell.
So you want to go to Lufkin game tomorrow? Where's it at? I said it's in Lufkin. I'd rather not. I said, what? What else are you gonna do? She goes, I'd rather. She goes, I think I was gonna sit at home.
She gonna go up to Tijuanitas and get her a little drink on.
You gotta do something.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. Gary, take us out of here.
Man, stop by and see all of our great sponsors at Whataburger, Tijuanitas, and of course, Wright Buick GMC. And if you're not doing anything tomorrow night, come on out to A. Martin Stadium. It's senior night for our boys. Hopefully we'll win. We'll get a little good news. And a week from tomorrow night or Saturday, we'll be back at home for the first round of the playoffs. But if not, we know we are headed to the second season.
We'll see you guys next week.
Later.